Hey guys, so this video is basically to share some tips from my experience on doing my own oil change in my 2016 Rav4 hybrid. So basically the main tip is which tools are the right tools for this job. And anytime you're trying to repair something, it all comes down to tools. Mostly you got to have the right tools for the job, or it's going to make your life a lot harder. So anyways, for those that just want to know which tools to get for your oil filter, it would be this right here, this basic looking tool. Yes, it works really well. It looks basic and cheap, but it works very, very effective. Here's the part number, available at AutoZone. Wanted to buy something local, so I got it. And if you turn the back of it, you'll see that it's good for Rav4's 2007 on. So anyways, works for the hybrid. The other thing you're gonna need is a 18-inch breaker bar with a swivel head, available at AutoZone. This thing is worth every penny. It wasn't that easy for me to take off, initially. So this is an after, thought and after purchase. The initial purchase was this one right here. This is a heavy duty wrench. After seeing all the videos online and hearing other people's experiences, I felt like I needed a really good wrench. So I wanted to buy it kind of locally because I was in a rush to replace the oil. So I got this one. It doesn't say it 2016. If you see, it stops at 2012. Now I still used it because I called this company and I spoke to a rep, and we had come to the thought that maybe it was not included on the printout, but actually it should be the same size. Anyways, I bring it home. I buy I believe this is a 12-inch ratchet from AutoZone. And I had expected it to work, even though I did expect it to kind of still be problematic, seeing it everybody else's experiences that they have posted online. So I expected problems, even though I thought I had the right tool. Now this one didn't work for me. So I also don't see anyone needing this tool unless this doesn't work. So for most people, I would expect this to work actually. And my filter was on pretty tightly too. So I messed around with this thing for a half an hour or 20 minutes or a half an hour, and I just decided there's no point. This also had gotten stuck on the plastic filter. This is pretty heavy duty metal, and it goes on really tight with the oil filter. So if you try to use the amount of force that you need to remove the filter, this will get stuck on your plastic oil filter. That's the other reason I don't recommend this. This is an overkill. Now maybe if it said it was for a 2016 Rav4, maybe it's slightly bigger and it sits a little bit looser, and maybe it'll work. However, this right here, this wrench, also there's not enough clearance to go around under, unless you remove the kind of dirt panel that they have. I guess Toyota Rav4s have a plastic piece that goes to the front end and doesn't give you enough space to turn your wrench. So you're gonna have to remove the plastic cover so you can actually get some clearance to work with this set right here. And even with that, I wouldn't try it without an extension bar. As you can see, I had bought an extension bar and I was planning on using this, but I actually felt like I want to give the cheap one a try. So I tried this thing, and it came off in just a few minutes. I mean, honestly, it just came off right away pretty much. I mean, the filter is on there pretty, there are a lot of threads on the filter, so you have to keep you have to go around several times to take it off. However, it does work really well. So I think everyone should try this first with the breaker bar. Don't go without a breaker bar. it's a hassle to take. I think personally, I think it's a hassle to take the plastic cover off. I didn't want to deal with it. I just want a quick job. So with this, you got the swivel head, the breaker bar, and actually you get a lot of clearance that way. So the only thing is when you use this combo, make sure that you have your hand, if it's coming down a little bit, this wrench has a tendency to come down, and not its fault really. It's the swivel head there that pulls it down when you spin it, when you change the positions of the breaker bar. So that is the only thing. You can push it back in. Just make sure it's pushed back in a little bit. You know, do a couple of rounds. If it comes back off again, and because you change your position, push back in again. It's really that simple. But all the nightmarish situations that I've seen online, I really feel like if you have this combo, it should work for most people. Now, if it doesn't work for you, then I would recommend some heavy duty tool like this one, and then I would still recommend a breaker bar. This is the key piece too, right here, to make it work. That is awesome. AutoZone, I think it's worth every single penny that they ask you to pay. So anyways, good combination. This, you don't need it. If you have any questions, you can put it in the comment section and I'll try to answer them. But don't be afraid to change your own oil on the Rav4s. You know, despite of all the horror stories, it's actually not that bad. And I just have had bad luck with some shops, and you know, I figured I'm gonna try to do it myself at least once. So you know, I know that way I'm changing the rings, the O-rings, I'm putting in a new filter, I'm putting in a Toyota part, I'm putting full synthetic, you know, and I will be very gentle with it. Those are my reasonings, and I also want to make sure that the filter doesn't get over tightened. So those are some of the reasons why I chose to do my own oil change, you know, and I use all Toyota oil and filters. But I'm sure, you know, if you read there are good alternatives, you can probably use those. Just a personal preference. But that's it. You know, this is it. If you want to go for, if you want to try changing your oil, don't be, you know, scared on the Rav4s. Just give it a shot. You know, like I said, amazing. Okay, and if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll try to answer it. But good luck to everyone. And to everyone else that I put their experiences online, this is why I'm putting mine. It was very helpful. Of course, I still ran into problems, but you know, I still appreciate everyone sharing their experiences. So thank you very much, and goodbye.